Hello, Tifosi Timers. Welcome back. I just nicknamed it Tifosi Timers. You guys like that?
Tifosi Timers, I like that.
Welcome back to your favorite Serie A podcast. Whether you want to admit it or not, you love us. Where we talk all things Calcio. We complain about Juventus a lot and pretty much anything else that comes to mind. I'm Frank with Dan, Chris, and Pietro. Say hello, fellas.
Hello.
How we doing?
Hi.
Hey, before we get started, I just want to say, you see our logo right there?
Yeah.
So if you look at Italy's New Jerseys, I think they ripped off my logo.
I think you're right, actually.
Take a look at their logos. And
the white jerseys I think they stole it. Yeah.
I want some money.
Sounds plausible. I say we go with that.
Yeah. Lost pending. Anyway, I just want to mention that. Go ahead.
So you're saying they stole back their own Italian flag?
Yeah.
Yep. But it's so clean. That's the point.
We get a lawyer to take that up. Sure. Although with the Italian, they probably won't be. They won't decide until like the 2022 World Cup, so it won't really matter.
That's true. I'll be 75 years old before I see any money. We had a lot of games, right? We had 2 weeks in the span, or 2 rounds in the span of a week. So I say we run through round 32 real quickly, hit some points that we feel are interesting to talk about, and then we'll jump to 33 since 32 is a little old by now. I can't even remember half of it, to be honest.
Let's do it.
All right, what jumps off at you guys right away?
Sassuolo, best team in the league.
Not only, Sassuolo, yeah, but I mean, my man Raspadori, I've been touting him. He comes in off the bench in the second half and scores 2 goals in 26 minutes, and they were nice goals. He made Tomori look like a fool on the 1 goal.
Mm-hmm. I think it's so cool that they make him captain when he starts.
I think Milan is going to be faster, right?
Yeah, it was a comeback. Yeah.
I
mean, Raspadori, if you know anything about him, he's been with the team since he's like 11 years old. So, I mean, he's come up through the system.
And that's it. But one game, they made him captain.
Yeah, a couple games. It wasn't just one.
Yes. So, and also, speaking on De Zerbi, I mean, we were talking about the Super League all last week, and we said it was going to change. But before this game was played, before any decision was made, De Zerbi said, I don't even want to play this game because of, everything that went on. But he said, I got to play. And I was glad that they beat them. And obviously we know since then Super League's completely dropped and it's gone pretty much. So that's what we all had said. For now, yeah. So we all had said that last week, and that it would change in 24 hours, and it did. But yeah, Chris, that game jumped out at me because Milan is on a tailspin.
Yeah.
I mean, I think we called, or I don't know when it was, but what did guys say 4, 5, 6 shows ago that I think I said Milan won't end up in the top 4.
Yeah.
And I think I said Atalanta would come in second. So I'm on good pace for that. What stands out about this week is Atalanta missed an opportunity though, right? If they could have beaten Rome, it could have made it a little bit more interesting with Inter. Right, but Inter dropped some points, and no one really can capitalize because the teams are going in the wrong direction. So that kind of stinks because again, at this point, I'm just pretty much rooting for the best ending possible.
Roma came up with I think they sent someone from Atalanta out, right?
Yeah, it was a red card.
That's why they came up with a tie.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's good
for sure.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good result for Rome because they never get any points versus top 8 teams. Plus, they're more concentrated on the Europa League right now with Manchester United, that game coming up. And the rumors in Rome are that Fonseca's out and Sarri's in.
Yeah.
So thoughts on Sarri returning, and you guys think he's going to be good for Rome?
Wait, repeat that. What did you say?
So Fonseca's out, Sarri's in for next season.
Yeah,
that's what the rumors are.
I don't know.
The same crap.
I don't know how long this is going to last. If Sarri is going to be there, because Sarri is a coach, they have to give it 2-3 years at least before they see something is decent.
I don't think it's a good spot for Sarri. I don't think
Yeah.
Rome has a good roster, and I think Zaniolo's like really all he has there, and I can see him leaving too. So I don't think it's a good spot for him to go to.
They have some other players.
They're so unstable. They're so unstable.
But Sarri's already proven he's not someone that comes in and puts his play on a team within 10 games and they're off and running.
Yeah.
Like his best run in Napoli was what, year 3 or 4 of him being there. So,
but in the other end, the Roma is not play that bad right now.
Yeah, they're not terrible.
It's nothing major to be changed like Juventus.
They're very inconsistent, and they have
to change everything.
Rome has some old players. They got Pastore, they got Pedro, they got Mkhitaryan,
maybe they don't even know if they stay there.
Yeah.
But they have a game. They have a player in Roma.
Wait, but you said Rome's not a good fit for him. What's the better? You rather go to Fiorentina? Get the hell out of here.
who?
No, I don't see that just being a good fit for him.
Let's say he has with the Roma, he has a room to improve.
Yeah, for sure.
It's not like a bad.
They should be better. They should be better than what they're doing.
But Roma's history, they never keep a coach for more than 2 or 3 years.
Yeah.
So Sarri's not going to get the opportunity.
That's the question.
Problem.
That's the question.
Yeah, I don't think Sarri's a
because
solution.
there was
is what I'm
one
saying.
year we are going to talk to what's in still playing. Spalletti did the good championship.
Yeah, and they got rid of
with
him.
Roma, but they didn't give it the time.
Yeah.
They don't give it time at all.
So that's why, I just don't see that as a mesh. But I mean, I feel bad for Fonseca. I don't think he's done a terrible job.
I think he did good. He did good.
You know, and they're talking about getting rid of him. He's in the semifinals of the Europa.
Well, good's all relative. I mean, come on, he's in. I mean, look what position they're in.
So here's the deal, too, though. Like, if they win these Euros, I don't think they're gonna. Are they really gonna get rid of him? Like, that's a good job to winning
No,
that
if they
tournament.
win the Euros, he probably would stay at least to begin the season. But
Yeah, but not according to these rumors. It's already going.
I mean, maybe he wants to leave. He gets treated like dirt over there. Why would he want to stay there if they're constantly being, said you're out, you're out? What has he done wrong, really? I don't know. I just don't think it's fair to do it to him.
Yeah, but nothing is fair. The same thing with Gattuso with Napoli.
Yeah, totally agree.
I see the same thing with Gattuso. Gattuso's doing great.
Yeah, I think he's doing
He's
awesome.
going to be out.
So that's the other game that jumps out on there. The last game of the week was Napoli-Lazio 5-2. I mean, they destroyed them. It was, to be honest, I can't even remember. I remember some of the highlights or whatever, but that was a huge win for them because they're keeping pace with everyone now. Like, they're in the mix of it. So really good result for Gattuso and for the team.
Yeah.
And Osimhen's starting to score.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I think overall, Lazio, which I think they have a good midfield, the same is not playing that well lately. The same midfield.
Yeah, their depth is bad. Inzaghi's been out because he's had COVID, so he wasn't on the bench.
Luis Alberto, Savic, and Leva, they don't do that well right now.
Yeah.
Although at the next game today they beat Milan.
Yeah, they have a good roster. Just
They don't do that well.
Yeah.
But really, really good result for Napoli. And they're kind of on a roll now. Other game. Sorry.
The last one. No, just Inter Spezia. We were asking for a tie. It happens, and Juventus still sucks.
And you see, Cagliari, the last 3 games, win the last 3 games.
Dude, they're good, man.
Benevento. Remember one day when I say they're going to go out to Crotone, Benevento, Spezia?
Yeah.
Maybe I miss Spezia.
Yeah.
Maybe I miss Spezia.
Benevento's reeling, yeah. But the Spezia.
Benevento's in trouble.
Yeah.
Next week, I said Milan.
They'll win that game.
the way Milan's playing. So Spezia Inter was the other game that we said, maybe Inter, they can drop points here or there. I mean, it's been hopeful. They did drop points, but it doesn't really mean anything in the end. It's good for Spezia.
What do we see right now from Inter? I mean, they deserve to win the championship, but we see how Conte think. He just to go for the result. So look, like I said, Juventus old style and win 1-0. That's it.
They're going through the motions. They're just like, come on, get it. Like, let's just get the point. Let's get the point.
And that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but at least they're
the end
able
of
to
the-
do that. I mean, as much as it's annoying, it's been the debate with Juventus teams back to Capello. Remember, like, oh, we get the result, but we play ugly, and we were never satisfied. To be fair,
Yeah, but
but
you
at
see,
least they get the point.
Yeah, but you see, Juventus fans we got to this point because we got tied to win 1-0 and not to
Yeah,
play.
Well, that's the thing. Yeah,
Because after all, you want to see some kind of
they could have kept
game.
continuing it.
You cannot just
Yeah.
say 1-0 and fall asleep.
But for a team that, Juventus has won 9 years in a row, for a team that hasn't won forever, they're going to celebrate that championship whether they play ugly or not. It doesn't
Yeah,
Yeah, well, they should.
but you know what they say. Conte is a coach that doesn't go more than 3 years, 2-3 years.
Because he's a jerk.
No, it's a jerk because the player get tired
Yeah, he's a jerk.
to run for him.
It's tough. It's tough to play for him. He demands a lot, so you get tired of it. Yeah.
Even now, he say he wants to see what the team has in mind for the next, buying player.
Yeah.
He has to tell me who he wants
Well, he did that last year.
to better his team. With his mentality,
And,
he just wants people to run.
but you know what? He asked for players last year, and they gave it to him. He wanted Lukaku.
Yeah, but now
wanted-
let's say who he wants to improve the team.
Well, I think he needs.
I think he will
back.
confirm 10, 11 he confirmed. Why, maybe he might want someone instead of Eriksson.
Yeah, I think he wants to improve the
that's
midfield and improve the wing back on the left side. Other than that, what do you have to change on
If
that
they,
team?
if they get ghosted, they're going to be very pissed
left
off.
side.
Goes.
He doesn't have Bastone on the left side.
No, I'm talking about Paris, Young, those guys.
Darmian.
Move
Darmian
those
is a
guys out.
scorer. He's a scorer.
No,
He's not
okay.
the game.
I can't rely on Darmian. If you want Champions League, you don't want Darmian there. So
Right.
he's got a couple players. He
No,
needs
don't
to look
forget,
at.
Darmian and the Shilio, they were the national team, the defensive from national team.
Yeah, and we didn't qualify for the World Cup.
So is Torricelli. Do you want him on your team now?
So there's spots to improve Inter, and let's see if they have any money. I don't think they have
So
tons.
there was also a rumor too. They were thinking. I don't know if this is true, but Silvestri from Verona is going to be the next to take over for Ardanovic.
No, to put it behind.
Yeah. To like the next. Yeah.
I mean, goalkeeper is definitely a position I'd be looking for. If you saw the game versus Hellas Verona this
Oh my
week,
God, dude!
why did that goal that Farioni scored get disallowed?
I don't understand.
Not had the ball, just didn't jump for it. Falls out of his hands. They call a foul on Farioni, and the ball goes in.
It just sometimes it look like he's clipping.
He is. That's
I don't
okay.
think he's at the level you need for.
But Dan's saying, I know we're going to talk about that game, but like he went straight up. That goal.
Yeah, it was not a foul.
I don't understand what happened.
No,
there.
he started to put the
Yeah.
arm up. He
Come
waited
down.
because
He
Yeah.
waited for it to come
Yeah,
down.
it's like it's not my fault you're lazy. Like that wasn't a foul.
Yeah.
Anyway, Dom, go back to that 32. I just want to see if there's any other games on there.
I don't think there is.
Nothing really. Like you said, Coyote won again. Nothing else really jumped out at me. They were pretty standard games.
Except Juventus, we barely win.
So Juventus gets 3 goals from two defenders, which the offense didn't put anything up. But Alexandro, I mean, his value up anymore. Sell him right now.
He
Jesus.
did, Alessandro.
Sell him right now. Jesus.
He's worth $5 now.
Here, take the $5.
Just get him off the books.
They were nothing special in this game either, though. Like I wasn't impressed with them. But so that's that. I guess we can go to week 33, round 33 now, because those are the slides we actually made, and we'll start with fantastic Juventus.
One shot on target.
One shot on target. Are you kidding me?
Listen, Fiorentina dominated. They got 4 points from Juventus this year. Out of a total of how many they have? They have 34 points. No, how many points do they have? Yeah, 34. They've gotten 4 from Juventus.
Yeah, but we have possession is 68. What are you doing with possession? Chiellini, Bonucci, Chiellini, Bonucci, delete, then Quadrato, pure nero.
I don't even want to talk how bad the first half was terrible. But like my question is like, we know Ramsey's most likely gone, right? From all accounts,
but who the hell knows?
He's gone, right? McKennie's not playing bad. He's your future. What's the deal here? I don't
Now, what
understand.
future, Christopher? What future? They already think to trade him
profit,
with Castroville.
Yeah.
Castroville,
Well, I've
yeah.
heard that. Make a profit on him.
So
you
maybe
know.
no, but maybe they're not happy with him. They think the Castroville is better.
Or maybe they just suck and they think Castrovilli's better and he's not.
Yeah, maybe they think Castroville is better.
Castrovilli's not bad.
I mean, Castroville is better than what we see the last time we see. It's better than that.
He's not bad.
Not better than McKennie. I'm just going to put it in the sand.
Different
He's not
types of
better.
players. They're different types of players.
Okay, exactly. But McKennie does his role good, and McKennie does his role. I mean, and Castrovilli does his mediocre. So what do you want? A mediocre playmaker? A mediocre playmaker like Castrovilli?
When Castrovilli's on, he's very good. He's just
Yeah, but you
consistent.
can't be a Juventus player and be on one every 4 games.
What the rest of the team is?
Bentancur is.
Yeah, well, we want to get rid of them, right? I mean, or do you want to bring more like
I don't
him?
know. I'm just questioning, like, Ramsey's shown nothing for 2 seasons, and McKennie's has talent, and he's shown something. So why are we sorting him over McKennie?
No, I don't get it either. I really don't
understand.
get it. I mean, it's almost like
And
he goes at a...
plus, they already know they want to get rid of Rabiot Rams. So why don't you play
maybe they're showcasing him a little bit. You know, he's got to play a little bit. You know, he's not
showcase. The way they play, they're not showcasing. So
why is Rabiot playing volleyball? What the hell was that?
the penalty kick. Yeah, I don't understand that one either. Leading the jump with his arm raised up doesn't really make sense. But
Dybala and Ronaldo played horrible.
They were terrible.
Yeah,
not
awful.
You know what I don't understand? I never understand. Besides the play we don't have, why Ronaldo has to stay all game all the time?
I've been saying that since we got him.
Why?
It's because no coach has the guts to take him out.
Yeah, so get rid of this coach who doesn't have a guy.
But that's anyone you bring in.
But that's been every coach that's had him.
Why you have to take the ball and not Ronaldo out?
Because that's any coach that coaches his team would have done the same thing. They're not.
Yeah, that's got to be something from.
So they're not
top.
good.
But
that's got to be something from
them, though. It's management too. They brought him in. They don't want to.
Morata
had an excellent finish. That was beautiful.
Yeah, I mean, so that was actually a response that we saw at halftime. They actually scored right away, and you're like, okay, cool, maybe they can turn things around. But I mean, after that, it was a really nice shot. Dragowski got his hand on it. Maybe he could have did a little better with it. But
but Dragowski's a good goalie, so you know that was a good shot. Like, he makes saves. So
no,
like,
it was definitely a good
beautiful.
shot. Yeah. He did get his hand on it.
You know what I don't understand. We know all the midfield it's not good. Midfield is not good. But the way I see, it's not placed on the field the right way too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You see them running, but you see a different place, but never in that zone of competence or what.
So that's one.
Sometimes you see
looked like he was back.
I was going to say, Amrabat, I thought played really, really well.
Amrabat looked like he was back.
Listen, Bentancur is supposed to be in the middle, right? So the question is, what Rabiot was doing there when he did the penalty?
Well, wasn't that off a corner?
At least he was defending.
It wasn't a corner, but he was tracking back. He was.
No, I mean, I say if you respect your position, your zone where you play, you shouldn't be the
but isn't part of Pierolo's thing being like, oh, we're going to be fluid and you should be able to play every position on the field, blah, blah, blah. So
no. What you don't know, Atalanta, which is the best, but better than Inter, it's good because it's plays good on the field. They occupy all the part of the field.
Everybody
they look like they're all moving. They go moving 1, 2, 3, 1 second pass.
Yeah.
What about
coaching?
So one thing we didn't mention was that Pierolo did change the formation from their usual back 4 and changed the 3 center backs. And they look so confused.
And this is what they tell you. Besides the injury and people out, you don't have a clear idea when you switch a formation every week. If you ask Pierolo which one is your formation, you still don't know.
Yeah. I will give him credit. At least he made subs at halftime this game, and they kind of responded.
We got luck.
Bonucci
We got luck.
But Bonucci they took off at least.
Well,
Yeah, we
Bonucci
got
was
luck
playing
with the shot
horrible.
of Morata. And that's it.
No,
But think
two
about it.
subs.
You know, if we win the game with that kind of possession, we should have a more shot on goal
More
than
than
the
one
other
shot
team.
on that.
I mean, like we talk about Ronaldo, but like you can't miss that header. What is that?
And that attitude he has, he's suffering. You know, he take and his player, you know, I don't know, no, don't pass to. Well,
It was perfect, and he beamed it.
Look, you know, I just think the obvious example we've been saying all year, Amrabat's playing bad, right? He's had a horrible year on Fiorentina. He comes to play Juventus, and it's like, oh, let me remember how to play good.
Him.
Let me be like,
I still didn't do a great game. He played better than the other.
well, that's
the
my
game.
point. That's my
the
point.
They
That
let him
anyone
play
that
that
comes
game.
plays
And
better
maybe
than us.
we let them play
Yeah.
good.
We definitely do. That's what I'm saying. Anyone that comes has their game of the year versus Juventus.
Yeah.
It's because we let them.
Even what's his name, Ribery look like he's still on his old time.
He looked like he was.
Yes.
Ribery looked more effective than Ronaldo. You know, like out of the old timers, Ribery was one moving around, making more things happen. Ronaldo was just standing there on the left doing nothing the whole game.
For sure.
No, forget about Ribery. What about Caceres? He took the time machine. He was better than anyone we had.
He's in great shape. He works hard. He's a great player. I think he's been fantastic all season for them, considering how bad they've been. He's dependable, you know, and a lot of Juventus players aren't dependable.
Listen, the fact of the matter is, Juventus nowadays, if we're realistic about it, no matter what team we play, there's one or two players that we would swap out at least. And that doesn't matter. Even a team like Fiorentina, we'd rather have their goalie.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I mean, you can pick players on any team where you're like, I'd rather have that guy. That just means we're not that good.
Was that this game where Szczesny gave up that disgusting rebound, or what was that? I'm pretty sure that was this game, right?
That was this game, right?
You're starting on Juventus and you pull that crap?
Yeah, he has a lot of gaps. He has a lot of things that you don't expect from a Juventus goalie. Anyway, 1 point. Now they're in danger. Like this is really serious now because they're tied with two other teams for fourth place. So
do we have head-to-heads with the other two teams, or they don't?
I don't remember off the top of my head. I know they still play each other.
Yeah, I don't think they do. We
but
played
I mean,
Atalanta in the Super Cup or the Italian Cup final.
Yeah, and they lose the head-to-head to Napoli, so that's not good.
No, but now with this two game today, Lazio, Milan, Lazio win, and Napoli win. We are as a coefficient of a goal, you know, the goal score, goal take. We are on the fourth place.
Well, look at the standings later.
Milan is in the fifth.
It's dangerous, though. It's not a position you want to be in.
So Pod just asked in the chat how bad our finances at Juve if they don't make the Champions League. They're screwed completely.
They're bad anyway, even if they do make
they're bad with the
But
Champions League.
one thing for sure, if we don't make the championship, Ronaldo's out.
Yeah.
That's Ronaldo's
Well, yeah,
out.
that's one positive. I think Pirlo's out if you don't make the
Pirlo
Champions
definitely.
League.
I think even if we make a championship, Pirlo's out.
I don't know.
I think so.
Yeah, so Pon's saying they're so bad that they pushed the Super League, right? Yeah, I mean, Agnelli was one of the big backers of the Super League because he wanted that $350 million every year.
Because Pirlo, no matter what he say, no matter what excuse he take, the problem is one: we don't never play, we don't never game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Listen, the fact of the matter is, this is a time where Juventus
Frankie, with this midfield, I would have the guts to put that guy, Fagioli.
Yeah, well, so I was at his house today, and he goes, Mondraga or Mondragora.
I would take him back.
He's been fantastic.
Guess what? Wait, hold on. Time out. We did our exercise where we picked one player from each team to make a team, and I had Mondragora on my team, and you guys made fun of me.
Time out.
You picked him when he had a torn ACL, though. He wasn't even playing yet.
If I know a player's good, he's good. What are you talking about?
I mean, just Juventus's players.
He's better than Juventus in midfield. And if they don't make the Champions League, like we already think there's tons of changes that should happen. If they don't make the Champions League, there's gonna be even more of a
Listen,
clean
Juventus could either do that. They could either try to fake it, where they don't admit how many problems they have, and they try to swap one problem for another problem, and they end up being mediocre for 3 to 5 years. Or they could say, we're going to sell whoever we can make money on, whoever gets overpaid. We're going to try to get young, and hopefully in 1 or 2 years, we'll get back to having the right players. Because they need to start a new cycle.
I think we're going to have a trade from Rabiot and Keane.
Yeah, Moise Kean.
Because I don't like Rabiot.
Yeah, I can see that.
They tried to get Rabiot or Ramsey.
Let's do that tomorrow.
That's what they do. I think Ancelotti.
Yeah,
I give it both just to save on the wage. Here you go.
Don't get me wrong. I'm super excited for this offseason. I think there's going to be some movement. Like people are going to be strict with the money and stuff, but like I think there's going to be a movement, and we should definitely see new players on this team. We have to. I'm telling you, I'm not watching this team next year. If it's like
listen, Christopher, listen to what I said to you. They are on the wrong track for the people who took it. Personal, I would keep the ball. All right? And on that team, I would save 4, 5, 6 new.
Yeah, we've said that. I agree.
We went through every player. We all had our own.
The question is not what we would do, because we're not employed by Juventus. Yeah. The question is, what do we think they're going to do?
We talk, Frank. We talk.
Yeah.
All right.
But realistically, when we do,
they should know. They should know. But the paper talk. Who the paper save? Quadrado, delete.
Yeah.
Who else they say? Nobody else. A little bit to my kid. Who else did they say?
Yeah, but it's a lot harder to just get than you think to just get rid of half the team.
Oh, and Chiellini, they gave him 7. You know, like he played good. Whatever. To me, he shouldn't have played no more. Chiellini.
You have it out with Chiellini, and then he plays versus Sabata, and you go, "Oh, he plays good."
Have played.
I don't think he played terrible.
He did not play bad.
He wasn't the
problem.
Well, anyway,
Chiellini was the problem.
You see, even in the movement to get to midfield, it takes 10 minutes to get there. 10 minutes it takes.
Pon said you guys become Atalanta fans if they don't turn the roster over. Listen, they're already my second favorite team.
Yeah, we're already Atalanta fans. It's hard to root anyone who has a team in the league. Like, I don't think there's anyone who has ill will towards Atalanta. Just the way you see them play and the way they run, like you can't say anything bad about them.
I just love how the organizations run too. How the organizations run. Like, they find new people out of nowhere. They make them play. They improve them. I mean, it's just smartly run.
Tom, go to that game, actually. We'll switch over to the Atalanta game because they demolished. Not that there's much to say about this.
Well,
but
it was a dumb red card, too. That was stupid.
Yeah, you know what, Daniel? The first 20 minutes, Bologna played great.
I agree. I watched it. Yeah, I liked the way Bologna was playing. Their midfield was playing well.
I don't know how the game would change if Bologna would have scored before that.
Yeah. No, I agree. That they were playing pretty decently. Taking it to Atalanta. Golini had to make a couple saves at the beginning of the game. They
going back to the midfield, Juventus midfield. Bologna midfield is better than ours.
Yeah, 100%. He's 100% right. I take Svanberg, Schouten, Soriano, put him in the middle of.
But this was my point. Every team, you can pick 3, 4 people that you want to take. That just shows that your team's not good.
Yeah, we agree they're not good. I mean,
but going back to this,
Rabiot use the right foot to run.
Yeah,
I mean, he not use at all. And someone who cannot play with both feet, he's not player.
Yeah.
The standout for me again for this game was Muriel. I mean, his assist on whose goal was that? Because Malinovsky's goal.
Yeah.
Behind the back kick, the back heel to him.
Muriel,
beautiful.
Muriel made that pass.
And then he scored the penalty. Whatever, great. That's a penalty. It's another goal tally for him. But once that red card came into, they were just pouring it on afterwards. It really wasn't a close game, other than that first 20 minutes.
They can just hurt you from everywhere, and they play so well together.
Listen,
they're so fun to watch.
I see Malinovsky making the difference because he's growing into his own in the last like 5 or 10 games. And he is turning into like the role that Gomez or Ilicic would play when he was in form.
Did you see Atalanta was on the bench?
Yeah.
Ilicic, Pessina, Caldara.
And the Gosens that was on a red wasn't even available. You know,
He's a better player than I am.
It's not even close.
I'd rather have that roster. Listen, I know we were talking about MVP at one point, and we all said Lukaku, but like, I don't know, man. Muriel's freaking awesome. For me, he's up there.
Lukaku's still the MVP.
Hey, what? Zapata, you just a troll.
See, that's
Zapata,
the thing.
He can defend the ball the way it set people up right away.
Well, so that's probably why he wouldn't win it. It's because they have more players. Like
we have a forward that does that. We have Ronaldo that shoot on goal.
Atalanta has 5 different goal scorers in this game.
15 yard back. 1-2. They can just the ball can do that. That's it.
So yeah, Atalanta has 5 different goal scorers this game. When's the last time you saw Juventus have 5 different goal scorers? When's the last time you saw them score 5 goals? Yeah. You know, so Atalanta, this is 9 times they have 4+ goals in a game. You know, they're pretty much unstoppable when they're running even at 75%.
But listen, the way I look at it, right? Let's take it for what it is. The way Juventus plays right now, we can't compare ourselves to Atalanta, who has the best play. We can't. Right now, we'd be lucky to be Bologna.
We can try to learn. We can try to learn.
Yeah, but okay, but you can't.
We can try to learn in a lot of cases. Either exchange, get to good player. Yeah. Never mind the 0 yard people that free.
I understand. But I also think right now we would be lucky to be Inter, right? Play crappy and get the result. Like we're starting from scratch. Our team is bad.
We will not deny. We won 9 years in a row.
That was the past.
And still we have a problem. And maybe this year he has to maybe make us wake up.
Well, that'll be the challenge. Will they wake up?
Because we cannot win all the time. If we win with that game, we fell asleep. How many times you watching the game and we fell asleep?
20-minute mark, I'm out all the time. I pass
You
out.
need adversity, but it's how you bounce back from it. See if they bounce back next season. I don't know. But Pon says, what does Atalanta need to do to be successful in Europe? They need to improve their defense still. They have Romero. He's a nice piece, but they need more players there. I think they need another strong midfielder in with Darun and Freuler because they play every single game, and they need more of a break.
And next year
it could be there or whatever.
Next year they will be better they'll be better because players like Poslick were hurt this year. They didn't play very good. Pessina was like the first year.
They will be better because they have a coach. They have such as the team, the president and everything. Yeah. Because next year Atalanta, listen to what I said. He's going to sell another 2 or 3 players.
Yeah, I think they're going to get ripped apart too. I think they're going to get. Yep. I think Muriel's not.
Still is going. They're going to be the same.
Well, that's where I disagree, right? It's like if you sell certain people, they're not all replaceable in the next year, right? So
they showed they are though. They showed
but this year they took a step back in the Champions League because players that were now had more prominent roles weren't ready to play that role. If next year they'll have a year experience, they'll be a little bit better. But you can't just keep selling and expecting the person to come in and hit. Look at Malinovsky.
That's what they do, Greg.
I understand that's what they do, but you're not going to. The question was, how do we get them successful in the Champions League?
They are so dumb to say we have to win for sure the championship.
No, the Champions League. The question was
Juventus he has to go to championship because Juventus, they know themselves. What we have 37, 38 Scudetti. How long are we going to win the championship?
Yeah, no, I understand. But the question was, what does Atalanta need to do to make the jump in the Champions League? And
they're okay like that.
They could.
Oh, the moment they start to think they can win the championship, it's the moment they go down.
I don't buy that. I don't buy that crap.
Yeah.
I mean, in the end of the day,
towards something.
They're building. What are they building towards then? Are they just to get compliments from us 4 on the camera? They don't. What are they doing then?
What do you mean? What do they do?
Like you have goals. You have goals you're working towards. long-term, short-term? What is the long-term goal? They want to win the league. They want to do well in the Champions League.
They want to go to the championship. They want to win the championship.
Yeah. Their goal is not to win the Champions League.
No, but I mean,
championship.
how to improve, we're saying.
But we're talking about how to improve.
What do you mean improve
How to
with those player? You see, a team that at the end of the year, he don't need anything. He doesn't have to change too many things like Juventus. The game is the game is still there, already there. They play the way they used to play until something go wrong.
We agree with that. We know that's what they do. They sell people. But the question is, the problem with teams like this was always that they would sell a couple people, they replace them, and they get either, if you're lucky, they stay the same, right? They replace a couple with a couple other ones. To me, it's all about who they sell. Ilicic, yeah, sell him. But there's a difference between selling Ilicic and Gosens. Like, you're not replacing Gosens with somebody random.
No, I agree. If you get rid of Derulo and Freuler, their team is lost right now.
Exactly.
Don't forget one thing. They are all the old team that think the way you should be thinking. They have the young people behind. It's not like Juventus.
Yes, agreed.
They have the Primavera. They're good. Who know how many people they already know?
Agreed. But what I'm saying is these young people, when they come in year one, they're not the same as they are in year 2 or 3. They take a little bit to get up to the task. They don't go right away to this is the best I'm ever going to be. So every time you put in an 18-year-old,
I'll tell you something. If Atalanta sell one player, that means they know they have someone to back up already.
That's true. They do have.
Yes, I agree with that.
Yeah,
but
so what do you want? We are like that.
But don't tell me that they're. But you're saying.
But you think Atalanta is a team that can afford to pay Ronaldo all the money, Onyemaya?
No. Why would you? How was that in the discussion?
The other day.
So how will you say how would they improve?
You don't need those guys to win the Champions League.
Right. So you count on the people you have already.
Not one of their players gets paid over like 1.8 million a year or something,
which is crazy. Awesome.
For nowadays,
that's why Muriel wants to. I wouldn't blame Muriel if he wants to leave. I wouldn't blame Zapata if they want to leave.
Perfect example. Let's use Muriel and Zapata. Right. We all said they're great. They make if you lose Zapata and Muriel, let's say, and you bring in 2 young forwards that I'm sure they have.
It's not. The
you
same.
think you're getting the same production as Zapata and Muriel in year 1?
No.
Get it. What would I get it without bother Nehemiah, things like that. Barrow.
They had Musa.
They had him. They
had him.
Oh, the Juventus.
No, we're talking about Atalanta.
Yeah, stop thinking about them.
No, I'm asking Juventus. I wouldn't buy a Barrow.
Okay, so there's plenty people we can buy as Juventus.
No, because you have to renew yourself. And you have to get, and these people, they're already done. But you have to get the people that they can be done with you.
Yeah, well, that goes to the philosophy, and that's where we agree teams like Atalanta are better. They go to the young people, and Juventus wants like people that sell jerseys that are old. Like,
Yeah.
Oh,
anyway,
forget operation like Ronaldo. You're not going to have no more of those things.
Good. I didn't want him to begin with.
He did a lot for the team.
You guys are underestimating.
He did the one thing, and that's it. He did. He told all the other player, I went to Torino, Juventus, Torino. You guys can go too. That's it. He did what he had to do. Now forget about the shirt he sell on a shirt.
But that was a lot for the team, though.
We got a new person in the chat. 250.
Welcome from England.
Milan, Inter, Juve, big 3. Yeah, I mean, they're the big 3 with the history. But if you watch any of the league this year, Juve sucks. Milan is on the downturn, and Inter's just steamrolling because there's really no competition.
They say it's good to share championship. In part, it's good because
this year it's because of the top
Napoli,
4.
we have Inter.
The battle for Champions League is good. The battle for the
Milan
winner is not
good. The all one who it's Juventus.
Yeah, Dom, switch over to another game. We're pretty much done with this one. Let's go to.
You see, you get tired to talk about Juventus.
I never want to talk about
I hate
Juventus.
talking Juventus.
But now we have to start to talk how to improve the team. I mean, I know Frank say we are not the team, you know, the paper, all the fans, they have to talk about the idea. Because what do you think? Paratici no more than me?
Clone Pandemic says attendance down big time. Well, I mean, attendance is down. They don't have
Let
any
me be
fans
a
right now.
scout. I get some paper here.
He just doesn't stop.
Maybe as a scout.
Okay, relax. Coyote Rome, 3-2. This game, this is what Pon was saying. Rome is definitely focusing on Man U. They've given up on the top four even, I think. They are going all in on Europa League, which I don't necessarily agree with. I think they're going to have difficulty with Manchester United. So that's a
not the favorite. The Manchester's favorite.
Yeah, they should be. Manchester should be the favorite.
Yeah, I mean, especially with the form they have right now, it's a little hard to see. I don't believe in turning it on and off, right? Like when the coach goes, well, let's not focus on Serie A and let's wait for Man U. You play 3, 4, 5 games in a row like crap, and then what? All of a sudden midweek you're going to turn it on and play good versus Man U. Like I don't believe in that. You don't go from crappy form for a month to, well, let's play the game of our lives.
And if anyone in the chat watches, we don't really watch the Premier League, so I don't know how Manchester's form is right now or anything, but they're probably playing better than Rome at the moment. And they have more dynamic players than Rome.
Yeah,
for sure. So I think it's a tough spot for them. And we've already talked about, Sarri is pretty much set for the coach next year with Fonseca out, which I don't necessarily agree with. But yeah, I mean, Pon's saying longest active undefeated streak in the league. Like Manchester United, they're on it. They're playing well. So
yeah, they tied their last game. But listen, the Italian teams have had a horrible year in these leagues, in these cups. So maybe Rome will pull something out. But I would not be shocked if they go out.
I would think.
I don't think anyone would.
I think Man U's got this.
No, the ball is around, so you never know.
Yeah,
Listen, you could always hope Pogba spends too much time dancing around, thinking he's Zidane and doing nothing. And then
Frank loves some Pogba. Let me tell you.
I'm not a huge Pogba fan.
We'll see. I mean, they've already surprised in that tournament. No one thought they would even get this far. So maybe they can.
Oh, listen. I like Roma.
Okay.
I like what Fonseca's doing.
But their owners don't.
No,
their talent isn't on par.
What do you want more?
I agree with you. I think he's doing a good job.
Hopefully they have Spinazzola back for this game on Thursday. I know he's been out for the last couple of weeks. He's huge for them. They need Spinazzola on the wing because if they don't have him, it's very hard for Rome to get any pressure and any forward movement.
And by the way, when you guys made fun of me for crying for losing Spinazzola for 2 straight years on Juventus, now you're saying
to make
he's
money.
clear.
They got $25 million and
Pellegrini,
who hasn't. I don't know where he is. I don't even know if he's in Italy anymore. They banished that guy.
Yeah, he's been exiled from the league for some reason. Put Pogba in stripes in Italy, and he's the best player in the world. I don't agree with that at all, but I don't know.
He was good for Juventus.
Listen, Pogba, and out of context, people are probably like, why does Frank not like Pogba? It's not that I didn't like Pogba. It's that at 18, he had a ton of potential. At 19, he had a ton of potential. At 20, he decided, I'm not going to run and win the ball. I'm going to be a champion. Yeah. And he put the number 10 on.
You know when he started to lose Pogba, when he pretended to have a number 10. He's not
I just said that. 10. I agree. That's what I just said about the number. When he started to think I have to be more Zidane than Vieira, that's where in my mind he started to lose.
Right. Yeah, you just said that.
And that's the one thing I can say for Juventus. They did the fantastic move of selling them for $100 million. I don't blame them for doing that move. So I mean, he's not a bad. He's not a terrible player. We're just
listen. And if you're asking me, would he play on Juventus? Yeah, of course. The best midfielder on Juventus.
Yeah, for sure.
So would half the midfielders on any post that we put up here.
Hey, don't forget when he was a player Juventus, the midfielder was Pierolo, Vidal, Marquinhos had him.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So he had that
midfielder they had the event.
Yeah, he had the opportunity to showcase and everything because he had all those other guys there to help him out. You know, right now on this screen, I take Marine over every single Juventus midfielder right now. That guy is so much better than every single one of the Juventus midfielders. That's how bad they are. So, of course, I take Pogba.
It's easy to say that because you know your player sucks.
Yeah, VR, I would think.
Yeah. So, anyway, going back to this game, I wasn't surprised with the way that Coyote's playing right now. You know, they're pushing. They don't want to get relegated. So, and they're not right now with this result. So, very good job that they're doing right now. Again, Marie, João Pedro, Chris played really well again.
João Pedro's been awesome.
On this game, one little say if you can say it's faulty, Roma's fault is because they did the turnover. They didn't play the best formation.
Well, that's what we were saying because they're
they're concentrating on Thursday. So
I get it. I understand why. I think because
but when you have Santone and Fazio in your lineup, that's not good. That's not a good look.
I do think Coyote's staying up.
Yeah, I think Coyote pulls it out here at the end.
I think the bottom three we have right now: Benevento, Parma, Crotone. That's going to be the bottom three. We'll look at the standings.
Definitely Parma and Crotone.
Yeah, I mean,
listen, I would not be shocked if Torino fights it out with Benevento towards the end. I would not be shocked.
Torino's been playing good. They played terrible today, but
No, Torino didn't play bad today.
No, I mean they had sloppy plays.
They didn't play as good as they've been playing. You don't think Rome would win in Rome? Yeah, I mean it's not going to be an easy game. Even when they're home. Manchester United is a better team.
Let's be real here. They still have Pau Lopez as the goalie, so let's relax.
He may score a couple on himself.
Yeah. He definitely will kick the other team like four times.
If Rome gets something special out of like players like Villar, Mariel, if Spinazzola comes back, it's possible. They have to play really, really well. Pellegrini.
Veratu, I don't know Veratu's status. They miss him. Spinazzola, they miss him. Like if they can get all their team back at least with Mkhitaryan back, with Pellegrini, you get Dzeko, and I mean they got a chance.
They still have to play perfect with those guys because their defense isn't that great.
I mean, Smalling's been terrible. You can't have Fazio in your back three.
I have to say something to Manchester. In the paper, it's better than Roma, but Manchester doesn't have a great defense. Dzeko, they can score with them.
Yeah, I mean,
well, that's what it's going to come down to, right?
The other guy,
I can't really speak on Manchester. I haven't watched them much this season, so I can't really say what their strengths are or weaknesses are. Let's switch over to the Lazio Milan game, because this game, I mean, the 3-0. Lazio over Milan. Lazio could have had 4 or 5 in the first half. Donnarumma let off a soft goal. He got kind of dribbled in the second minute, but he did even make some saves in this game. So they could have had honestly 6-7 goals against Milan. I thought Tomori played terrible again. I thought he had an awful game. He lunges into tackles, puts himself out of position a lot. I thought he played pretty terrible.
Do you guys still want to stand by the fact that Benacer and Kessie and this midfield is the best midfield around?
Benacer did not have a good game. Kessie, they're still good players. I still rather have them than any Juventus midfielder.
Again, we're comparing to the scrubs. Don't compare to the scrubs.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Yeah, listen. He hasn't been the first half of the season. He was all world in the first half. Of the season.
And
it was great. And then he got hurt, and he hasn't been the same since. Kessier's had the entire pressure of the entire league on him all season long. It's going to get to you a little bit.
Yeah,
Çalhanoğlu is not playing as well as he used to.
And Ibra's not there, and he makes a difference for sure. So
Ibra makes a difference. We said that early on, right? In terms of potential MVPs, went early on.
Yeah, Mandzukic finally played. That guy, they signed him. He never plays. He's always hurt. But Mandzukic is over the hill. He's been over the hill. I don't even know why they signed him.
I see him moving a little bit, Mandzukic. He didn't have a ball.
He's better. They paid him all his money. He's played. You can move a little bit. He's finally doing something.
Is Zlatan banned, or was he still hurt, Dan?
I can't even remember off the top of my head. I know he did. They just re-signed him for another year. So that's
Rebic didn't play good.
Yeah, he's not consistent.
Yeah.
No, Rebic is not consistent.
United's weakness in many positions, they don't have world-class players and are often lacking striker depth. Yeah, I mean, don't they have Cavani now? Like, did they sign him?
Hey, about Milan, you know they renew about Ibrahimovic, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but they say you have to play this much game. They already they put in the contract.
Like a minimum.
Yeah, so there's a
if he doesn't play that much game,
which is good. When you're at games, you have to put those things in. And he has been getting a lot of red cards recently, so he might have been suspended. I can't remember exactly, but
he's injured. It's injured.
Yeah, I think he's injured.
Yeah. But this game, Correa, played nice. He played pretty well.
But Correa can play better.
Yeah,
He
totally.
wasn't at his best.
Yeah.
Mobley played good. He scored a nice goal. He chipped Donnarumma from and not chipped him. He had a nice far post goal. Their shots were lethal. The shots that they did hit the target with, like, they were all in the corner and all very difficult to save. It wasn't like Donnarumma, like, oh, you could have saved. No, he couldn't save those shots that they did.
Oh, please.
If Zlatan plays still turning on Messi and Ronaldo, they could have. Oh boy, no. No thanks.
Hey,
it wasn't a cheap goal, right?
Look down.
Ask them what they.
Milan is 60% and Lazio 40%.
Yeah, but it's what do you do with that possession?
What do you do with that?
Yeah.
That's a go like Juventus. What do you do? You never shut a goal.
So this one, anyone watch? I know this game happened while we were working today, so I caught the first half at work while I was doing stuff. I didn't even see the second half, but
no, I kind of fell asleep during the game.
Chris sleeps during every game. But anyway, huge result for Lazio, and Milan also now in 5th place. Down, go to the results of the rest of the games, and we'll touch on Napoli and we'll touch on some other stuff, some other games. All right, so over here we have Genoa, Spezia, 2-0 Genoa over Spezia. Good result for Genoa, all right, in pace, staying out of that danger zone. Parma, Crotone, another thriller from, Parma's in these crazy games all the time.
Parma's
maybe another friend for Serie B.
Yeah. So 4-3,
Parma with them. Crotone.
Yeah.
Entertaining game, at least. There's if there were fans, they would have been happy watching that game.
Mm-hmm.
Sassuolo wins again.
I see you in Serie B.
Sassuolo got 6 points this week, so they beat Samp 1-0. Berardi with the goal. He had like a bike over the head kick from like 6 yards out on a rebound.
Yeah, that was nice.
He also, I think he hit the post in that game too.
My question is this next game, Udinese, where's DePaul going? What team is he going to? Because he's way too good for that team.
I think he ends up in England, personally.
Yeah, he should.
I think he ends up in Inter.
I could see that happening.
I think DePaul's going to be on Inter next year.
I think they can get more money from the Premier League.
Yeah.
He's too good for them.
Yeah, they'll definitely get a huge chunk of money, and they have this Braff kid who's really young.
So
scored his first goal.
He's a loanee from Man City, and he looked pretty good from the time he was on the field.
I mean, he's supposed to be very good, but
he's a loanee. They don't own him, right?
Yeah.
No, I don't even know if they had the option to buy or whatever. He scored his first goal though, which is nice. Juventus, Fiorentina, we're going to talk about that game. Fantastic game. Inter, Hellas Verona. For me, that game is 1-1. Like I said, there was no foul on Handanovic on that Farioni play. It should have been 1-1. I think they lucked out there.
And then my prediction would have been correct.
He got punished because Handanovic was lazy. How does that make sense?
Handanovic didn't want to raise his hand, so, it's a foul. No, that's not how it works. Like, he jumped straight up. There was no foul there.
Yeah,
Darmian scored a goal, though. That guy scores more goals than Ronaldo these days. We talked about Cagliari Roma. We talked about Atalanta. Torino, Napoli. This game, just right off the bat, Napoli, took it to them, in the first half especially. Osimhen scored again, but he scored a lucky goal.
Wait, so if you haven't seen the highlight, go check that goal out. It was the most ridiculous thing ever. It was an accident.
So the one thing I'll say about Napoli, they were going so vertical the entire game. It was like Torino didn't have the midfield, especially that first half. They were just flying down the field with open acres of space the entire first half. Tani on the wing, Osimhen down the center, like everywhere. They were just flying. It was like they were playing against the midfield.
Napoli deserved to win.
Yeah,
If you see the second goal, it's the Torino defense that gave it to him.
Yeah.
Besides the accident that I got, a torch from
but Bakayoko scored a fantastic goal. That was a really nice shot, which you don't see from him. You don't ever even see him shoot.
You should have saved that. It's too far. It wasn't
come on. That was a nice shot. It was far close. I agree. I don't think Saragu was as good as he once was. But
it's his first game back, too, from COVID. So it's like.
Yeah.
This is why I don't think Torino's going to. I don't think Torino's going to manage to at least not keep themselves in the lower four conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're going to be in the conversation, but I think they're going to stay up.
Can we give Di Lorenzo his props, though? He played defense more than he attacked. Di Lorenzo almost scored on his own net. Let's not forget that on that header. So Osimhen saved it on the line. So I don't want to give Di Lorenzo too much credit.
Yeah, but he's been decent. Di Lorenzo. He hasn't been bad.
Insigne hit the post on a curler. On the
Listen, Di Lorenzo or Sandro? Who would you rather have?
No, Di Lorenzo in a heartbeat.
Exactly. So
yeah. What else do we have? And then we talked about Lazio. Milan. Dom, throw up the standings. Which there was movement and not good movement for our big three.
Well, it's good movement for me because I told you Atalanta was going to come in second about 8 weeks ago.
So 11 points behind, 5 games back. I think Inter only needs 6 more points to clinch.
So I think if they win this week, Atalanta loses, they clinch.
Yeah.
Oh, so that's disgusting.
Atalanta needs to win out, and Inter can only win 2 more games or something like that.
How many games are left already?
There's 5 more games.
That's it.
5 more. That's it.
Yeah.
For some reason, I was thinking 7 or 8.
So you see over here, Napoli, Gattuso, man. I've been saying it. Frankie's been bashing him.
I have not been bashing him.
You have been bashing him. You said you do not believe in Gattuso.
I said that his team runs for him, plays for him, they love him, but I think tactically he's no great shakes.
No.
I think tactically they're fine.
They play well. Fun to watch. They play well.
They're fun to watch, but when they play in a tough game, how many do they win?
You know what a good team. Go behind the model, the numbers, whatever. Napoli on the paper has a 2 midfielder. They look like a 4 or 5 because all the forwards they come back. They not stay there wait for the ball.
Yeah.
Yes, they play.
Yes, my point is
good.
Napoli. Yes, Napoli plays entertaining, way better than Juventus, right? But when they play in a game head to head, another big team, can you confidently say they come away with the result more times than not?
They just beat Lazio 5-2.
Okay, Lazio is exactly the same type of team. They win 1 game, they lose 1 game. So they're probably worse than Napoli even in that.
This year, Juventus didn't even do that.
Listen,
Juventus sucks.
Fiorentina took 4 points on Juventus.
So he was talking about Lorenzo Insigne. Sorry, my bad. I thought you were talking
Insigne's
about Di Lorenzo.
Insigne's been awesome.
Insigne, you were saying Muriel's your MVP. If for me, if Lukaku's not in the league, Insigne is my MVP.
Hey.
I think he's the second best player in the league this year.
Let's think this way, right? When last year we didn't like Sarri, right?
Mm-hmm.
But Sarri this time he had 11 points more than Pierolo.
Oh, yeah.
So we got this to tell you.
Yeah.
Pierolo's an idiot.
They don't even know how to put up a team.
Listen, there's nothing to salvage for Juventus. It's just a matter if they crawl to 4th place or not.
Yeah, that's what you're hoping. So right now we have Inter, Atalanta, Napoli, Juventus. Are we all in agreement that Milan's staying out of it? They're not going to push back in there?
No, Milan will play with Juventus for the 4th place.
So that's your 4th place. It's Juventus, Milan.
I honestly think the same thing. I think Napoli is gonna keep going. Atalanta is gonna keep going. I think the 4th place is gonna be between Juventus and Milan.
I would agree with that. I know Lazio has a game in
plus
hand,
you
but
have to
they're
understand,
5 points back.
they have the game they have Juventus Milan.
Yeah, they do play each other too. Yep.
That's a three point every 3 points.
That's a 6-point game, really.
Yeah, that should decide it, honestly.
Yeah.
So
Unless they tie.
I don't put. I don't
Anyway,
put
there is
Lazio
a
in the category.
chance, though. I don't know. I don't put Atalanta. You know, all over. They good. But still, I think Sassuolo can play something on them someday.
Yeah,
And if he
Sassuolo's
plays
playing
like
good.
that,
I mean,
if he play, let's just say Sassuolo win, all this team, even the Lazio can get on the mix. Because Lazio has one game less than
who are they?
everybody else.
Who's the game they're missing? Who are they supposed to play? Lots. Oh, Torino. Okay. Well, so
I don't know what Chris is pulling up right now. I can't really see that.
So really quickly,
I know Empoli's doing
Brian
well.
asked about Brian asked about Serie B, so I pulled up the standings really quick and I shared my screen. I don't know if you can see it, but right now it's Empoli, Lecce, and
Salernitana.
Empoli is going to go up.
Yeah, Empoli's been far and away the best team in the Serie B all season. Mons has been a disappointment. They spent tons of money.
Then in Serie B, there is two teams that go directly.
Yeah,
The first
1 and
2.
2.
And then they have a play out.
Yeah, the playoffs are cool.
Play off, play off.
Mm-hmm.
Play off.
Yeah.
At the bottom, they have the play out. The first 6 team, let's just say Empoli and Lecce go up, right? Salernitana, Monza, Venezia, Città della Spalla, they're going to do 6. Chievo, they're going to go on the playoff.
Well, hopefully it's not Chievo. I freaking hate Chievo. You know,
Chievo had one of the best seasons ever in Serie A years ago.
They have a terrible fan base. They're awful. I don't want them.
Yeah, but do you remember when Chievo came up?
Played a good game, though. There was with Del Neri.
Chievo was like the darlings of like Serie A for a while.
That's why Juventus got a Del Neri. Remember?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so now if you go to the right side of the table, what you said happened. Benevento dropped to bottom 3. Like I said, these games, if you have a game against the lower division team, the lower teams in the division, it's not easy, this late in the season. Like, they fight their asses off. So Cagliari's a tough opponent. Torino's a tough opponent. Spezia gave Inter a hard time.
I hate to say it right now. You want to pick the team that stays up between Torino, Cagliari, and Benevento.
Guys,
which one plays Juventus
Palermo is in Serie B or Serie C? Palermo.
Who? I can check.
They're in third division, I think, right now.
Serie C, right?
So, Frank, you're saying the team that stays up is whoever plays against Juventus? Like,
I think the team who plays Juventus a game left has an advantage.
Yeah, boy. Is that
Yeah, Palermo's not in B.
Yeah, they're in the third division.
Hey, Sunday we have Udinese. Bad.
Yeah, we can go to the
clients. Bad clients.
So, Udinese plays great defense, so I don't think it's going to be difficult for Juventus to score.
I wish we would have done the remaining schedule because we could legit see between Juventus and Milan and let's say Napoli, how many points we think they could all get out of the remaining 5 games.
Napoli is the better.
Next week we'll pull up. I'll make one for Napoli, Juventus, Milan. I'll do the remaining schedules for them, and we'll take a look at it. There'll be a month left in the season. We'll look at it.
Yeah, that'd be entertaining.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Palermo. Yeah,
that's right. Palermo launched the ball.
Palermo launched a few people.
Did Palermo go to Serie C, or did they have a financial issue that pushed them?
I think they got relegated because of bankruptcy and all that shit.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Go to the player of the week, Dom. We'll just quickly touch base on those. And Dom, do you have the predictions too? I don't know. We'll do that next. But so there was 2 games really this week. So we had more to choose from. Chris, you picked João Pedro, right? He had a goal in both games, and then an assist in the second one.
I'll go with what's his name? I'll go with this Frank from Mourinho.
I mean, he's awesome every week. So
yeah, I think he's been on our player of the week like every single week.
Yeah, he could have had 2 more goals, right? They easily one hit the post. I think one went right.
Yeah.
But I mean, I also liked how Malinowski played too. I think he set up a lot of movement to create a lot of chances for that in the last game.
And I picked Correa. He had 2 goals today, and we don't pick a lot of Lazio players, so I picked him. They beat Milan fair and square, so I think they deserve some recognition. Dom, go to the upcoming games this weekend.
We're putting Pierolo. That was loud.
Well, that just blew out my eardrum, so thanks for that. Player of the week is Bakayoko.
Malinowski or Bakayoko?
Yeah. I mean,
I would not have fudged Malinowski, sure. Bakayoko played good too.
So,
any good games this week?
I don't know. I haven't really looked at it. So what we do for anyone who's new here, we usually each pick a game, and then we all pick our what we think is going to happen. So who wants to go first?
We got to pick Atalanta and Sassuolo.
Yeah, I think that's like a big one, right?
I would think so, right? I love both these teams, but
2-2 Sassuolo.
3-1 Atalanta.
2-2.
3-2 Atalanta.
I'm also going to say 2-2. I think Sassuolo's a good streak, and I think this is the type of game they could get some points.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're a good team.
What
about I was going to say Torino and Parma, but never mind.
You know what I'm going to pick? This one I'm going to pick. This
Napoli Cagliari's a good game.
All right, so go ahead, Frank. You pick that one. Napoli Cagliari. What do you think? What do you say?
So I'm actually going to say
1-1.
1-1. Dude, that was my thing. I was going to say 1-1. All right, 1-1.
I'm saying 2-1 Napoli.
I'm going to say, 2-1 Napoli.
So an interesting one for me that pops out is Milan versus Benevento. 2 teams that desperately need a win. And I'm gonna say 1-1 draw. Yeah. What about you, Frank?
I'm going to say 2-1 Benevento.
Wow.
Is Ibra back or what?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I'll say 2-1 Milan.
Again, Benevento lets up 4 or 5 goals a game, so we all went low scoring here. So
Yeah.
Who didn't pick a game?
Daddy.
Go ahead, pick it. No, I get you.
I pick Udinese Juventus.
Okay.
I pick Juventus 1-0 Juventus.
Wow, a thriller. Another snooze fest. I'll be asleep.
I want to give it a chance. We 1-0.
I say 1-1 Juventus Udinese.
I'm going to say 2-1 Udinese, DePaul, 2 goals.
I'm going to say 3-2 Udinese.
Allah marami. What a friend. What a faith.
Can we cut that, please? That could be our use. A lot of money. Should be our new.
That's pretty freaking good.
Yeah.
Dom, what's our standings, by the way, for this? Because you keep saying I'm coming back, and I don't know.
If people watch, they think we're not a fan of Juventus.
I don't know.
Just
That's
realistic.
Sure.
I
Yeah.
don't think I am.
Look at this. Frank, I'm on your heels. Watch
You are
out.
on my heels. I don't even know how in my head. I haven't got one right in decades.
Yeah, I feel like you've been at 43 for like.
I've been at 43 since week 4.
Molino.
I got 2 right. Which 2 did I get?
2 very good.
Who's Molino?
Oh, sorry, I got Milan Sassuolo right. Thank you. Lazio Milan.
Nice.
All right.
All right. I don't know that there's anything else we have to cover. Hopefully, it's a good weekend of games. If you guys don't
that Napoli
follow,
Cagliari game, I think is going to be good, and Sassuolo Atalanta.
Yeah,
that'll be a fun one.
Even Bologna Fiorentina.
Yeah.
I think Bologna's going to win 3-1 though,
Yeah, I think they're going to win too.
and Sampdoria is going to beat Rome this week.
If you guys don't follow on Twitch, on YouTube, on Twitter, do all that stuff, like videos. Hopefully you guys are enjoying this. We're enjoying it.
Thanks for joining.
I will be rooting for Samp over Roma. For are you talking about the Europa League? I'll be rooting for Rome, obviously.
Yeah, we're definitely we're gonna root for the Italian teams. Why not? We need somebody to show up, like not to look garbage.
For me, in those tournaments, I always go for the Italian teams, whether it's Juventus or any other team. So I just hope it's a good game.
Although we might be rooting for Man U to buy Ronaldo off of us at the end of the season. So
I would welcome that wholeheartedly.
Me too.
Yes.
Agreed.
Also, Sandro. Also,
We'll throw in Sandro.
Chesney, everyone. All right. We will see you guys next week.
Thanks for joining.
Take it easy. Bye.
Yep. Bye.
Good night.